What is
Oh, she's speaking. She's speaking today.
up? What is up, everyone? This is Tea Time with Robyn. I am T. She is Robyn. What is happening? What's up, Bills Mafia? Bills Mafia. What's up, Robyn? How you doing?
Oh, I'm just peachy. How are you?
I am
We're going to
great.
start this show off just fine today, aren't we?
And as soon as we come on, Joe Brady is speaking, so we'll have hopefully more stuff and people that are watching the
Yeah,
presser for Joe Brady.
put stuff in the comments.
Yeah, put stuff in the comments and let us know what he's saying, what he's talking about, so we know what's happening. The fact that we started at 11 and so did Joe Brady, I'm going to have to talk to Joe. Joe, Tea Time with Robyn starts at 11 o'clock, okay? You're going to have to push your presser back to maybe 12. Just saying. I'm just letting you know.
Or better yet, at 10, so we can hear it and talk about it.
Thank you. Even better, 9. Look at us.
I'm a morning bird.
Thank you. Thinking we're somebody, we could tell him to push his presser back. But I know, can you please? Anyway, how are you doing, ma'am?
It's been a week.
Before we get into some of the negative that's happening around Bills Mafia, I want to give you some good. So, Bills Mafia, you came out, you showed up and showed out, and which I really, really enjoy.
Oh.
Before, you know what? Hold on.
She's having problems.
You know what's so crazy, Robyn? I came on. And right before we came on, Robyn was present. So I'm talking to her like she wasn't present. But right before we came on, everything just fell.
It did. I thought she broke a table.
And I'm like, what the hell happened? So this thing is around my neck wrong. The TV's not working. I'm just a mess. But we're going to get through this and we're going to have a great show. But before we get, like I said, before we get into some of the negative, some positive did happen during this last weekend. The Bills set a record of 50,000 people, 50,000 fans attending the blue and red scrimmage. Awesome. Awesome. What's up, Sandra? If you're watching the presser, let us know what's going on with Joe Brady. And
Sandra, and send me your email.
Oh, yeah. I did send it. Hold on. I got to get this right.
Okay. I'll talk while she gets her thing right. So there were 50,000 plus at practice. And although I think that's an awesome thing, and it's certainly a Bills Mafia kind of thing, it also was a stadium. This was the first opportunity that fans got a chance to be inside the new stadium. And so I think that had a lot to do with it. I'm not sure that 50,000 would have shown up if in the old stadium, but maybe. Right. And it doesn't matter. It's just a testimony to this fan base.
Yeah. She said, I sent her the email. She's just been busy. She hasn't forgotten.
Okay.
All right. Let's get into some of camp. Some players in camp. Yeah. Ed Oliver. The last few days, and not even at Fisher, I don't know how I feel about when players don't show up. And we're going to talk about some players that we haven't really heard too much of. But I need Ed Oliver to have a big year. They can extend him if they want to. But I need Ed Oliver to have a big year. Because prior to last year, before he got hurt, Robyn, he was playing really well.
He was on fire.
Right?
He was completely on fire. And I think in this scheme, this scheme, from my point of view, is a better fit for Ed Oliver than the previous 4-3, because it's a disruptive kind of scheme. It's multiple. You're not going to know where Ed Oliver is on the field until the ball is snapped.
And for the most part, he can beat his one-on-ones.
I think this year will be, if he can stay healthy, I think it will be, I don't want to say a breakout year because he's been in the league a long time.
Yeah.
So I don't think it would be necessarily considered that. But it may be because of this different scheme that we see a different Ed Oliver than we've seen in the past. And so I can't tell you, I'm more excited to watch him on the defensive line than almost all the other players, because I think that's how much of a difference it's going to be in the scheme for him.
Yeah, I'm with you there. And I was speaking to Robyn about this. We haven't heard too much about Bradley Chubb and Rousseau. I mean, we heard that Rousseau now is going to be a stand-up linebacker. The opposite side of Chubb. We heard those talks, but we really haven't heard too many, what they're doing at camp. They're really breaking out in camp. Ed Oliver, is beating his man. We haven't heard that. Are you, what's your level of concern when it comes to these two, or if any? 0. I'm with you too. I'm with you.
0.0. And let me explain. Part of the problem is that the media and fans, we're looking for a narrative, right? We're looking for a storyline. We're looking for anything that will give us an idea of what this new defense is going to look like. Well, guess what, children? We're not going to know until the first preseason game. And even at that, we're probably not going to know really what this defense is going to look like until Houston, because they're going to keep a lot of that in their hat, because it's multiple people move around, that sort of thing. He's not going to want to give his hand away, and especially against Houston.
Right. Because, they're going to be looking at the preseason games. You're going to be looking at all of the preseason games going back, like Jim Leonard had said. They might be looking at his time in Denver, looking at his time in Wisconsin. They're going to be looking at certain things to say, well, this is what he loves to do. And
exactly. They have to figure it out.
And speaking of all over the place, TJ Parker did say he was asked to play multiple roles. He's probably Jim said he's probably one of the guys who has done the most and playing at a high level. And what did Sandra say something about on the site so you can listen? Oh, okay. Thank you. Appreciate
that. Thanks, John. John, you are always our guy.
Yes. And thank you, John. Please like and share this. Make sure you push it out to people that you know that might want to listen to me and Robyn. We appreciate that. We love you guys. Thank you again.
If you want to listen to us, you're crazy enough to begin with. So we'll just establish that right from the start. But back to TJ Parker, I want to just say, I've been hearing a lot of chatter that, well, we haven't heard much from TJ Parker, and what's going on with TJ Parker, and Brandon Beane can't make first-round draft picks, and Brandon Beane, he can't pick a defensive lineman to save his life. Okay, we've heard all that, but the bottom line is, again, we're not going to know what these guys can do until the first regular season game.
Yeah, we have to hold off.
Hold your
expectations and all of that.
Hold it.
And I don't think we as fans have that, because this is a Super Bowl ready team, right?
Yeah.
And I also can days get on that wagon as well. But I also have to take a step back and say, this is our first year head coach, first year defensive caller ever. So my anticipation for this team is high, but then I have to take a step back and say, there's a lot of firsts here.
A lot of firsts. And Jim Leonard even said in his initial press conference when he became the DC, he said, year one is going to be a transitional year, because not all the players that we have from the McDermott regime are necessarily going to be perfect fits in the new regime.
Yeah.
And we're about to find out.
Yeah.
FAFO, yeah. Right? We're about to find out. But I don't think we're going to find out until the Houston Texans game. So I think everybody needs to put the brakes on and just sit back and be ready for what's coming.
Whatever that looks like.
Whatever
we don't know. Like. We don't know.
No.
What's up, Thomas? Thank you for coming in.
Hey, Thomas.
I don't
love you.
Like, I don't know. Like,
exactly. We just don't know. And that's the point, right? We don't know. And so if you set your expectations up here, whenever I hear Super Bowl ready, I'm like, oh, I don't know if I really want to hear that, because we don't know what this team is going to look like. And the first 5 games are going to be hell.
We're definitely we're a playoff bound team. I'll say that. We have a quarterback.
Josh Allen.
Yes. And for the most time, what has happened was our defense let us down. I was having a conversation. I was in a space that's having this conversation. And it was just like, and we're always going to go back to Sean McDermott because he's been here for 8 years. And you've seen to where he wanted to control the ball so badly to where run the ball, don't make mistakes. Josh, don't air the ball out. Don't do any of that. Containment. And then when that breaks down, what do you have? You have a quarterback, or not a quarterback. You have a head coach nervous to attack. So then you handcuff your offense and your defense to now you can't control it anymore. Now it's time for, I'm not saying that he's not a coach, right? But now it's time for you to be aggressive and do something out of the norm. And he wouldn't do it. It's like he was so afraid to lose a game. And you've seen it. Right. And you've seen it in some of these games too. You're just like, dude, just take the bull by the horns and let's go. So he's like, well, we have to be mindful. We have to be humble. We have to be, you know what I'm saying? Still hungry, but be humble. And I'm a fan now. We did all that. Let's be aggressive now. Mm-hmm. Let's see what that looks like. Because we've seen what the other stuff looks like. We've seen the humble and hungry. But let's just be hungry now.
Well, just for example, in terms of the roster differences, there is no way in hell that McDermott would have ever allowed C.J. Gardner-Johnson to be on the football team. He would consider him a distraction. He would, all of that stuff.
He was available last year, Robyn, before he went to Eagles. I forgot where he was. He was available. And I'm like, go get that guy. I had conversations. I don't even know if it was you or Mike. I'm like, this guy's available. This is what you need in your locker room. I get we got the button up, tie. I get all that. You need that too. But you also need a guy to get in your ass.
Yeah.
So
and that's the thing. That's the thing that makes me wonder, when you say something, get on their ass. We talk a lot about, and we're going to talk about this somewhat too, about first-time head coaches being able to shift a culture. And what are we talking about in terms of what does that cultural shift look like between going from a McDermott culture to a Brady culture? We don't really know. We don't. The best that we have to go on is what we've seen from Joe Brady in the past. And it looks like you just talk about put the ball down. That's his big phrase. Just put the ball down and go. Is he going to be as buttoned up as McDermott? I don't think so. I think it's pretty clear from the players, and what the players are reflecting is that there's a much more relaxed attitude. But here's where I think the national media is making a mistake. They're taking that relaxed attitude difference and they're converting it into a narrative that Joe Brady is a player's coach and he's not going to, he's not going to be like McDermott, blah, 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 blah. He's not going to be strict. And therefore he may be too lackadaisical. I don't know where that stuff comes from, but I think it's inappropriate because we don't have any idea what Joe Brady is going to be like. We have to wait and see what he's like as a head coach.
That is so true. I just got a notification from my wife saying that the power is going to go out in 4 minutes. And I'm like, I'm on a podcast. Why?
So when we go off in 4 minutes, we better just say sayonara now. However,
no, because I have a backup. Hopefully it doesn't go off. Like I have a backup to this. So hopefully,
because I was going to say we should talk about our spill the tea. If we're gonna have 4 minutes left on this podcast today, I got things to say.
No, I want to talk about the article that came out that is having Bill's Mafia in a tizzy. Because I don't know. Listen, I don't know all the situations when it comes to football and what quarterbacks do and what head coaches do and what offensive coordinators do and all of this. But what I kind of do know is that if you're a good quarterback, you call out your protections. So I don't know what this freaking article is talking about and being a power struggle. Talk to me, Robyn. What the hell is this?
It's a narrative. It's media. It's clickbait. And part of what I've said this, I don't know how many times on this podcast, and I guess I'll just keep saying it. We are easy fodder for the national media. If you need clicks, all you have to do is say something negative about the Buffalo Bills.
That's so true.
And we just suck into that and pile on like nobody's business. And there's certain websites, you know who they are. They're always the same ones that come out and they say this ridiculous stuff, like going to the protection thing. Like, let me ask you this. Do you think Tom Brady called his own protections? I think he probably did.
Jeez.
So like, what are we even talking about? I just get so fed up that half the time I don't even read this stuff. I'll read their headlines and I don't even read what they're writing because I know where it's going and it's nowhere good. Did we see the rant on Cam Newton? I did not see the rant on Cam Newton.
I didn't.
I probably don't need to. That's just kind of how we roll. But I want to go back because we were in the middle of talking about injuries, right? We were leading into talking about injuries at camp, and I want to get this in because big old Jerry Ostrowski said something very interesting on the Squad podcast. He was talking about the differences in injuries on grass versus turf. Mm-hmm. And said that on grass, there's more strains and sprains like hammies, and turf, there seems to be more problems with ACLs. Mm-hmm. I thought that was very interesting, and I wanted to know what you thought about that, T.
I seen that as well, and I can understand it because when it's grass, it slips, and your hamstring, part of your leg, and all of that strain. But I think guys will take hamstrings over any ACLs any day. But and I get it because when it rains, proper cleats, you just got to make sure you have the right, equipment on. But as of right now, when we're recording this, and if you guys are listening, and please let us know if there's any injury updates as of right now, of Tuesday before we came on. So it was Ty Johnson, Sky, Bell, McGovern. I'm thinking of like the starters, Harrison, Walker's not a starter, but he was on there. Bishop and Johnson. Johnson and we don't even know if he re-aggravated it or if it was a knee. They said it was on the same leg, but can't wait to see what the injury report looked like today. As of we're recording right today on Thursday, and this is dropping on Friday. So forgive us if we don't have an update. But yes, talk to me about the injuries, Robyn, and what's.
Well, I think they're pretty. The expectation is you're going to have injuries in camp,
right? Mm-hmm,
I mean that just goes without saying. But I will say this: for the amount of rain that these practices have had, and the scrimmage, the blue-red scrimmage, the downpour that happened in the middle of the blue-red scrimmage was just.
Can't wait to talk about this freaking stadium. I got wet, Robyn. The freak is happening.
We're almost there, T. We're almost there. But seriously, regarding the injuries, though, it's going to take some time for the players to adapt to a new playing surface because we don't know what it's going to be like. And so I'm sure the players aren't exactly sure what cleats are best under these circumstances, blah, 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 blah. So it's almost going to be like playing in an away game when you're at home for the first few home games until we figure this thing out in terms of the playing surface and so on. But I think we have to be patient. I think we have to be patient because this is all going to be a work in progress, as you pointed out, with a new scheme and a new defensive coordinator and a new head coach in a new stadium.
That's a lot of news.
That's a lot of news.
It's a lot of news. And for everyone thinking that the turnover or there's not going to be any hiccups because of, me and Robyn are here to prepare you because I don't want no one to think, we're going to roll over this AFC East, whatever. Yes, I want them to roll over the AFC East. But there's a lot of turnaround. A lot from the head coach down.
And the first 5 games are brutal. We're preparing. We just don't want you to come on here, listen to us and be like disappointed. Because again, I say 3-3, I will be okay with. 4-2, I will be ecstatic. 5-1, I'm over the hill. 6, come on, I'm not even gonna do that. But yeah. So if we can get out of this 3-3, I'm good. 4-2, thank you. And that's that. I'm not even gonna go to 5-1. I don't see it, but I could be wrong. But let's talk about the depth chart that came out. Let me put it up. Because we got some talking to do. I'll move over here a little so we can see the depth chart and see my pretty little face too.
So talk to me about what you see and what is bothering you.
I'll talk.
Okay.
In what universe is Caleb Elarms or second on the depth chart? In what universe? I you know what? It's political. Okay. This is the other thing that we don't know about Joe Brady. How does he run his depth charts?
Yeah.
Because every coach is different. Are we just putting the senior people there first, regardless of whether or not they're playing better? Right. Should be in the top spot? Because I don't see any evidence to suggest that Terrell Bernard should be the starting inside linebacker, but I'll defer to you, T.
Wait a minute. Where is Josh Palmer at? Oh, up there. Okay, I see him now. Oh, okay. All right, so... Yeah.
So talk to me about KEO. Come on.
KEO, listen, I will know more. I can't wait till Saturday. And I'm going to watch the game over on Sunday. And then when I watch the game over, I'm going to give you more. But for right now, he's got to be opposite of Bernard. He's got to be opposite of Bernard. The way I think
Dorian Williams, Dorian has been a specialty player. The only reason you would put him there is seniority, because he didn't play and he didn't do anything in OTAs.
Yeah.
He's done nothing to prove.
You're right though, Robyn. Maybe it's because of
the
seniority, because I just don't see why.
Otherwise, it doesn't make sense.
Dorian Williams is ahead of him, and he's a rookie. But if you want your vet, right? He's a vet. He's considered a vet. You want your vet to show up and show out. Then you will put that rookie above him, right?
I'm just saying.
You haven't done enough.
Are we going to have an honest depth chart, or is this a politically motivated depth chart? This looks politically motivated to me.
Yeah. Something else I was looking at, and I was like, oh, interesting. So Alec Anderson is starting linebacker. Yes. Starting left guard.
Yep.
Ooh, you know what's interesting? I just seen Granger, and Crussenberry is before him.
Yeah.
Has it always been that way?
Well, this is the first depth chart he's put out.
Even last year, I want to say if McGovern was out, who went in? I thought it was Granger.
It was Granger. We didn't have Cushenberry last year. We just signed him.
Oh, okay. Got you.
Season.
So here's my thing about, I think this might be his last hurrah. Because why did you pick him? Why did you pick him up? If
it does make you wonder.
Right?
It does make you wonder.
There was someone else.
Now, if you look on special teams, go down to safety.
Okay.
And take a look at who's ahead of Jaylon Kilgore and ask me if that makes sense. You going to put Geno Stone ahead of Jaylon Kilgore? Yeah. Geno Stone hasn't done crap in training camp. And he is crap from everything the Bengals fans have told us. And Jaylon Kilgore has done nothing but wow everybody in camp. So I'm telling you.
It's got to be because you signed Geno. You signed him, and then Kilgore is a rookie. So you're right. This might be a lot of
hoo-ha.
Yeah, a lot of seniority stuff.
I would not put much credence into this depth chart, resembling what we're going to see when the regular season starts.
Right.
But when I saw Caleb Elarm's
oh God, you know what I'm seeing right now? So Johnson, let's hope Johnson stays healthy. And behind him is Hamlin. We have to get our safety room.
Okay. You want to talk about a problem with depth, T?
Yeah.
Give me what you got having Kyle Allen as backup to Josh Allen.
Our depth in this crazy depth chart is not good to where before it was to where if our starters go down, our depth is just off a cliff.
I think our offensive line is probably the best in terms of having depth. I don't know what to say about our defensive line because I just don't have any idea under this new scheme.
Yeah. John, I'm with you. I think Crussenberry will start. I don't think they're going to do anything to McGovern until like week 1. If it's a hammy, I don't think he plays at all.
They also need to give these backup guys a little bit more time with Josh Allen in the preseason.
And I think, to be quite honest with you, Jude Bowery,
he's good.
I think he needs. If Deion's not careful, I heard this guy is really, really good. And I would give him all the freaking snaps in the preseason.
All of them.
Spencer Brown. Who was it? Was it Spencer Brown? Spencer Brown has spoke highly of this guy. He said once he clamps on you, it's done. So I love Deion. I don't see Deion going anywhere. But if you have a good backup, like that's this guy, and he's a rookie.
Yes, we drafted him this year.
Yeah.
I think 4th round, something like that. So woo, okay, let's go.
Okay. I like it. I do like it. Robyn went away. Oh, I don't think it's me. Hopefully it's not. Come back, Robyn, when you can. I do like the fact that now we are seeing Tyler Bass kick. So that's a plus. We were so concerned about Tyler Bass not kicking. Now he is kicking. We've seen it. If you've gone to the blue and red, you've seen Tyler Bass out there. So hopefully our concerns are no longer. There you are. Hello.
I'm sorry.
No, you're good. You're good.
At least once a podcast. My internet has to buffer.
No, you're good. Let me take this chart down. Are we good with the chart?
Yeah, get rid of it. I'm done with it.
I just think it's interesting that
it's political.
When you put it out there, I think it's just a talking point for us content creators, which is fine. We could just talk about more stuff. So someone has
Thomas Cook, yes. Tyler ass better step it up. Tyler ass.
Yes.
Yes, I agree with you, Thomas. And I think it's strange that we haven't had any competition for Tyler Bass in this camp.
Yeah. I was listening to someone and they had a great point. If your kicker is coming off an off year of kicking and say you still have confidence in him, but maybe a little like a 10% of maybe we should bring someone here. And he's the yips, right? Would you want to bring somebody in here to have competition with him if you say you believe in him, but there's someone also right here just in case you fuck up? I'm here. So you know what I mean? So
I know exactly what you mean, but I also think, oh well, you have to
exactly.
care. Okay.
That's me too.
If it's going to bother you a little bit because you've got somebody breathing down your throat, then you've got a problem. Then I don't want you kicking in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
I don't want to go through what we did with Scott Norwood. And Scott Norwood wasn't right in the head. You know, I loved him dearly, but we don't need to have another situation like that. Because in Buffalo, we're all going to be holding our breath. If it comes down to a kick, what's it going to be, Tyler? You better step up to the plate, and you better not miss.
For sure.
So no, I don't have an ounce of empathy.
I don't either. I do not either. But I think it's time, Robyn. I tried to hold off.
I can't.
And we got to talk about it.
Bitch warning.
Here we go.
For me, come on, just spill that. Come on, just spill that. Spill that tea for me. Spare no dirty deed. Yeah, tell me everything. Come on, just spill that.
Well, before we go in spilling the tea, I just have to say, John Robert, I think that this puncher that we drafted is the cat's ass.
Okay.
Is that a good thing? Raving reviews about.
Okay. I'm like, wait a minute, is that a good thing? The cat's ass is a good thing. Okay, I love it. You can go first, Robyn, because
Jesus.
Yeah, you go ahead. This is the spill the tea. Just in case you don't know, this is when we spill the tea. We let you know what's going on in Bill's Mafia, the good and the bad.
And sometimes we get ugly here.
It's called Negative Mafia. Go ahead, Robyn.
Okay. So the stadium. I have never been, and this is something because I have been embarrassed in the past by our fan base. I remember when we drafted Josh Allen and half the fan base was having a spasm because we didn't draft Josh Rosen. And that was proved to be a very embarrassing moment for me as a Bills fan, the way that most of Bills Mafia responded. Now, I thought that was the worst. But I have to think now the reaction that some people have had about the stadium is so off the rails, it even supersedes the Josh Allen thing. Because having no sense of gratitude and focusing on, I heard it, the obstructed views and people are PO'd about this and PO'd about that, and we can't afford to go to games. Let me just say this right from the get-go, and this will probably get T all fired up. But, and that's intentional on my part, I'll admit. I have no patience whatsoever for this nastiness that we're seeing on social media that created such hysteria that it went national.
I know.
Oh, the stadium is terrible. The stadium, the fans hate that. Oh my God, what are we doing, people? What the hell are we doing? I've never been so frustrated with our fan base as I am right now, because the new stadium should not have come as a shock to anyone in terms of saying, well, now it's lost because it's, they've gone Hollywood and we've lost our image and we've lost, what it means to be Bills fans. Let me tell you something. We lost that a long time ago. The NFL went Hollywood. The Bills had no choice. The Bills were not going to be able to stay in Buffalo unless they came up to the NFL standards of a stadium. Okay. And so they came with the PSLs, and so they came with all this other stuff. But how long have we known about this? We've known about this for several years. And now all of a sudden we're upset because people can't afford to go to games.
Robyn, do you think this is still a blue collar type of a football team and all of that? No. Okay.
I don't, because the NFL, it's the National Football League is not a blue collar sport anymore.
Not this freaking stadium.
It's not. When you have to pay that much money to park your car, it's ridiculous. You have to have a hold on your credit card in order to get a drink. I mean, it's ridiculous, but we have known this was coming. This is not something that was just sprung upon all of us. We've known for a long time that the NFL was going Hollywood. And if we didn't go Hollywood with it, the team was going to be somewhere else. So I don't understand the outrage when we've had years to understand what was happening, because that's what's happening. This is an NFL thing. This isn't just Buffalo.
I just think that you go to a game, you have the opportunity to go see the stadium, right? As a fan, you go and you can't wait. It's like, okay, what does this look like? Taxpayers' money. First people that go in there is the PSL people. And that's another thing I want to talk about, the PSL people. And you have the opportunity to go in. And the first thing you do, I don't know if it's the first, maybe it's the second, maybe it's the third. And then someone wants to go sit in the seat that's not even going to be sold at the game to take a picture. And now all of this is national media. And then they've got people from I've seen people that never talk about the Buffalo Bills talking about a stadium that they took a picture and said, look, this is what's happening. And then you got the PSL holders going on TV saying, this is what they told me my seat was going to look like. And I get the one guy, he has the gripe. He has it, right? But then you got PSL ticket holders complaining. So for me, and I'm just saying for me as a non-PSL holder, you guys look like a bunch of crybabies. And you can at me if you like. But what I'm saying to you, you have a stadium. We've all chipped in on a stadium. You have the right to get your PSLs. Awesome. I chose not to get it. But also what I choose not to do also, when I have the privilege and the opportunity to go see a stadium that us peasants couldn't go see yet, but you guys did. And the first thing you did was complain. And then not only did you complain about that, and then what did Mother Nature do? Mother Nature said, you know what I want to do for you guys? Because you're a bunch of crybabies and you whine so goddamn much. I'm going to rain on you. Rain on you. Now take that. So then
they ran into the concourse the cockroaches when you turn on the lights.
But then not only did the Mother Nature say, oh, I got one better for you. You didn't like that? And then they said I wasn't going to get wet. It's a big hole in the stadium. So I don't know what you thought was going to happen when Mother Nature said, let me rain on them. And they said, it rained on me. It rained on me. It did. It rained. Okay? Like, I don't know. I enjoy my football at home. And not to say,
like Sandra,
you are better than anybody else. I'm just saying, I just like to see it at home. You can't have both. And I know we're living in a world to where people are having it all, because now we're telling our kids you can have it all. So when something happens and then you can't have it all, and then it rains on you to say, stop freaking complaining.
It became like it was sudden that all of a sudden we realized that people were going to get rained on. For heaven's sakes, they said half the stadium or more.
They held them to the standard, Robyn. They held them. And when is there okay, y'all know we're living in this world of whatever right now. Where is it that anybody holds someone to a statement or a truth? Are you kidding me? Someone told you that 65% of the stadium it's going to be dry. And you said, okay, I'm going to hold you to that. And then you got rained on. And then you were like, see, they told me, like, come on, y'all. And then it's not going to be windy in there. I don't know about you guys. There's a corner that you could just walk the whole thing and it's free air. Like, unless Mother Nature said, suck all the air, it's not going to be any wind for 17 games or whatever games we have. Bills Mafia is playing. The Buffalo Bills are playing. Hold the air. What are we doing, y'all? What's happening? I love y'all, but y'all cannot be serious. You can't be. This is why we spill the tea.
Stop with the negativity. For God's sake, stop with it.
I love you guys. I do. But we're going to move on because we have a game on Saturday. We have a preseason game on Saturday. Boom, ba-da-boom, ba-dum, ba-dum, boom. And apparently, starters are playing. So the preseason game is at 1:00 Saturday at the Bills Stadium. So you have another opportunity to go in there.
It rains.
Let's not. I don't want it to rain because I'm not actually going to be there. I'm going to be at the Puerto Rican parade. So don't rain.
Oh, yeah. Let's not have rain on the parade.
But some people that we want to see, I know we know what the backup quarterback looks like. I
want to see Kyle Allen play.
I want to see who's going to play. Like, who's going to play? Kyle Allen, Shane. What y'all doing? What's happening? What you got?
What they got?
Embrace the competition.
Where I hope when players get cut that we pick up another quarterback. That's
Will Levis. Can we get Will Levis in here, please? His name is Will
Trubisky.
Levis.
I saw Mitch Trubisky on a list that he might get cut. Bring him back.
Oh, really? Oh, you're going to the game, Thomas. That's what's up. Thomas is going to the game on Saturday.
Thomas. Okay, we want to know the true story, Thomas.
Thomas, come back.
When you come back here next week. We want the truth.
Yes.
From you.
All the truth, good or bad. I don't care.
Lay it all out there.
Lay it all out for us. So like I said, I'm here.
Preseason game. We don't give a shit about the preseason game.
We don't, but we do, Robyn.
We do. What we care about, at least what I care about, is I want to see the defense in terms of just how are they looking? Are they communicating? Are they looking like they know what they're doing, where they're supposed to be on each play, and that sort of thing? That's what I'm going to be looking for, because according to Jim Leonard, he is going to have starters play. And I understand why in this case. New scheme. We got to see. Got to see what they can do.
Right. Thomas, Sandra said bring her a t-shirt. Well, if he pays with credit card, Thomas, Sandra, 30% of that. Hold. So it's going to be on hold. So I don't know if he's going to do that for you. I'm just kidding. But like Robyn said, starters will be playing, and I'm with it. Like,
we have no choice. There's no way for the defense to know how the scheme is going to be effective until they're actually in combat. That's just it. There's no way for them to know. And when the first game is in Houston, which is our hellhole of a place for us personally as a team, we have not played well in Houston. Josh Allen's never won there. We have to come out ready to go. We've got to come out ready to go.
And you want the guys to be confident going into the Houston game. And doing that is getting reps, playing time. We have a lot of young guys on this defensive side of the ball. And game reps is important. So I get it. Do I want my starters out there playing? No. But do I want my starters ready for the season? Yes. So, 100% you're going to get injured. So I understand the hold off, but I do understand these guys being comfortable in this scheme and what that's going to look like week one, because like we said, they're coming out of this. We are hitting it fast. Fast. First 6 games is crazy. And my God. So we got to have these guys ready.
Got to get ready to roll. John Robert, you asked, who do you think will be the Bills' punt returner? I'm thinking it's probably going to be McCole Hardman.
Yeah.
What do you think, T?
I think so? Nicole Hartman too. I know they had Keon back there. I know they Shakir. So it's a lot, right? So I think Nicole Hartman right now is the ideal person to be back there.
He is. Because he makes mistakes. There's times when he makes mistakes, but I think he's the logical guy. Plus, there's times when he can break loose, and once he breaks loose, he's gone.
He's fast.
Okay, Thomas Cook. I think they will see how ass Kyle Allen is during the preseason and get another quarterback. Bring me Mitch Trubisky back.
Bring him back, or Will Levis. Okay,
just give me somebody.
I see someone say, the dude from Indy, Richardson.
Oh, yeah, I'd be all over that.
I think Richardson didn't get a fair shot, but also too, I think he was hurt. He's been hurt the last few years.
He needs a clean slate.
And sometimes you just need a clean. Sometimes you just need that
change of scenery. And I think he would be awesome backing up Josh. I would feel a lot better because, like Thomas Cook, I think Kyle Allen is ass.
Yeah, I don't think that these two come into the regular season. I would be shocked. I'll say that. I would be really shocked if we had Kyle Allen and Shane Boucher.
Well, this is where, and the only time I've ever had a little bit of a doubt, he's buddies with Josh, and I'm sure Josh had some influence in terms of him coming in. But Josh wants to win a Super Bowl. He knows he's going to need to have a backup that can actually play.
Yeah. And it's
Kyle Allen, because Thomas Cook said Kyle Allen is ass, and I believe him.
You saying that is funny. You're saying that
I love
is
you,
hilarious.
Thomas, because he
Oh
says
my
it
gosh.
like it is. I love Thomas for that.
Yeah, I don't listen. You want your buddies to play on a team. You want your buddies with you, whatever the case may be. Win the Super Bowl, and you can have your buddies with you whenever you want. That's how I feel about it. I don't care. I don't care. We need someone. If you go down, and I'm praying that never happens, that we need someone to come in here and play for you.
That's why I want Mitch back, because if we could get Mitch back, Mitch played well when the few times that Josh Allen had to step away.
Yeah, for a few snaps. Yeah, for sure. But I think it's time for our check-in.
Yes. Okay. Today, as we wrap up the show, I want to talk a little bit about something called seasonal affective disorder. And why am I bringing this up in the dog days of August? Because it affects everybody. About 80% of people are mentally affected by the lack of light that happens as the season goes into winter. But interestingly enough, people think about having seasonal affective issues in December or January in the dog days of winter. But I will tell you that the research shows that actually it's the months of September, October, and November where people are more affected because the amount of daylight, the change is more rapid during that period of time. And it's the change in the amount of time that makes a difference. And why am I even talking about any of this as a caregiver in terms of a check-in? Because it's something that we need to have more awareness of now, not in December, but now that the days are starting to get shorter. And as football season starts, that accelerates. And it's important for you to be aware of that. What can you do about it? For one thing, and even if you live in Western New York where there's a lot of cloudy days, if you go outside and sit, do whatever you want for 20 minutes, even if it's cloudy outside, that is extremely effective in helping people control the seasonal part of what we all feel in the fall, like we're going into hibernation and all of that sort of thing, because we do. So I'm just saying to everybody, as caregivers, as people in general, and we wondered today why everybody's grumpy. Well,
because the stadium.
Because it's that time of year. We're all going to start to get pretty grumpy here in the next couple months. So let's all be a little bit kinder to each other and see if that can, maybe next week, T and I can actually come on to this podcast and say, wow, we've had a really great week, haven't we? Everybody's been in such a good mood.
And the Bills won against the Panthers. Tell me one thing you want to see from the Panther game.
I want to see the defense. I want to see.
And guys, put it in the comments what you guys want to see from the Panthers against the Bills. What's one thing you want to see?
The defense. I want to see. I want to see what this defense looks like. I'm anxious to look at the offense, but I'm much more anxious to look at the defense.
If Josh Allen does play, and if he plays, that means the wide receiver is going to play. But if Josh Allen does play, I want to see the connection between the wide receivers. And I think DJ and Josh is what they are. They're going to be fine. I want to see Palmer if he plays. I want to see that connection between those players if they play. On the short end of it, I want to see Keon Coleman if he plays. See what that looks like. But yeah, I want to see what that combination looks like. But other than that,
it's going to be interesting. Who cares?
Yeah, I'm going to watch all of them because
and Tyler Bass, would you please make all your kicks?
That right there. That's most important than anything. Is Tyler Bass back to when he received that extension? Is he that Tyler Bass? Can Tyler Bass go back and get the mark underneath his freaking eye, please? Bring that Tyler Bass back.
Yes.
Where's he?
Put the ball down and kick it. I'm feeling feisty.
Put the ball down, like
and
Robyn
kick
said, and kick it. Guys, thank you for showing up. We told you we were going to be a little spicy, and I apologize, but I don't, because I think some of you guys, some of you fans need a little reality check sometimes. But, you know, that's what Mafia is here for. It's for family. We check each other. When you're doing something wrong, gotta check you.
We talk about it.
We talk about it. But, you know,
who's going to love you?
Who's going to love you more than anybody? The Mafia. The Mafia is going to love you. So
I love Thomas Cook.
What did he say?
Go Bills.
Go Bills. Listen, peace out. This is Tea Time with Robyn. I am T. Cheers, Robyn. We are
See you next week, I hope.
And we're out of here. Go Bills.
Go Bills. Love you.
Love you.
Love you, Thomas.